Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming another swatch party video. I'm so excited because I don't know if you've been keeping up with me on Instagram stories, but I'm still working on organizing my eyeshadow palette bookshelves, and I do have like a purgatory pile. I'm slowly chipping away at my purgatory pile, which is so exciting, and I bought swatch parties back on my channel. If you guys used to follow me back in the day, like 2017, 2018, I used to do swatch party videos on my channel all the time, and I kind of took a step back and started doing more like first impression videos and, you know, filming an eye look with a palette and things like that. But I buy a lot of eyeshadow palettes. Obviously, I do it to myself, and there are some palettes that I still haven't featured on my channel that I think are really interesting. So I thought, let me go ahead and swatch these out for you, and let's just talk about them and see how they look on my skin tone. I love eyeshadow palettes, so I do think for me, even when I swatch a palette, I can tell if I'm gonna like the formula or not. Not that I'm saying that you shouldn't try it out for yourself. I do have a few palettes that I've never shown on my channel other than in like haul videos and stuff, so I figured let me go ahead and throw them in a swatch party. So this is like all indie shadows, and if you guys are interested in seeing the swatches, then just keep watching. Okay, the first palette I want to try out is this one. I don't even think you can buy this, but this is the Alien Cosmetics Graveyard Vomit. I think this is a collaboration palette, and I snagged this because I thought this was such a different color story. Now, Alien Cosmetics has gone through like a reformulation and all of the things, so I don't even know if we're going to see this palette again, but I thought this was a very interesting color story, so I did go ahead and purchase it. And then, of course, by the time I spun around 3 times, it was already moved on from their website. So let's just go ahead and swatch it. I know this Alien formula has like those beautiful like buttery shimmer shades, and there's only one shimmer in this palette, but holy smokes, I just swatched it and it's so gorgeous. Oh, that's such a pretty like bright green. Okay, so here are the swatches. I don't have shade names or anything. This is a 36-month shelf life, and it's a cruelty-free palette. And yeah, this color story is so pretty. This row of greens with that shimmer I think would make the most beautiful eye look. So I just wanted to swatch this for you guys in case she ever brings this back. I honestly don't know. It like came and went. So yeah, I have this and I've been holding on to it, meaning to do an eye look, and I never did. So I figured, hey, at least I've got one on my channel now for you guys if you were curious about this or if she ever brings this back. Okay, another brand that I meant to feature as like a trying new eyeshadow palettes and trying a new brand on my channel was this Elysian palette by Copacetic, and this is a collab with Basket Case Beauty. Now this came out quite some time ago, and as you can see, it's brand new. I haven't used it, so let's go ahead and swatch it because I don't even know if she makes this anymore, and I haven't bought anything else from Copacetic because I'm like, okay, how are you gonna buy more when you haven't even used the one you have? Even though, let me tell you, I'm notorious for doing that too. I can admit when I have a problem. So I'm very curious to swatch this palette because, like I said, I've never tried it, and I've seen other people review it and review the brand, but I haven't tried it for myself. So, you know, this is just me taking matters into my own hands. So far, I'm not 100% impressed with how this is swatching. That iridescent shadow basically just stuck to my finger, which is weird. And I'm not using like a wet wipe to clean my fingers off. I'm using a towel, so it shouldn't be sticking to my fingers like that. Weird. Okay, we have more pretty shadows. Ooh, that one's pretty. Okay, that's a really pigmented green. Oh, that's pretty too. It's like a purpley blue shadow. So the first 3 shades were duds. The middle row so far is impressive. Now let's try the last row. And I'll try and link all of these palettes for you guys too in case you're interested in shopping them. That shadow's pretty. It's like a Terra Moon Red Giant kind of shade, but not as pigmented. So here are the swatches of the Copacetic Cosmetics and Basket Case collaboration palette. Like I said, I've had this palette for quite some time. I don't even remember if I bought this year or last year, but it's been sitting in my collection and I've been meaning to swatch it. So I finally did. Let me know if you guys have this palette in your makeup collection. Okay, the next palette I want to include in this swatch party is the Norns palette from Odens, and I'm so ashamed of not using this one because I actually bought this palette myself. I am now an Odens affiliate, so if you want to save some money on Odens, KHMAKEUP will save you money. I think the collaboration palettes are still excluded from that code, and I did add it in my description box. If you guys ever want to shop and support my channel, you totally can. I'm just letting you know. But yeah, I heard from my friends that this palette is fabulous. And again, it's been sitting in my purgatory pile forever, so I definitely need to pull this one out. But I figured at least let me do a swatch party with it, because that way I can see how gorgeous this is and see what I'm missing out on. But I swear, Odens has gotten better with time, and I feel like this is the palette, this is the collection where things like change with their formula for the better. Ugh, that shade, are you kidding me? It's called Pink Chameleon. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. I'm like slightly kicking myself because I knew how good this palette was, but I still put off like using it. Terrible. Terrible. Oh, that shade is so pretty too. Oh my gosh. Like a green blue duochrome. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this color story, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little intimidating because I feel like it's a little bit of a jumble, but holy shit, the shimmers in this palette are so stunning. Do you guys see that? So the first shade is Dazed. It's like a matte gray. Pink Chameleon is so stunning. We have Realism, Amber Palace, Mist, Optimism is stunning, Passion, Green Chameleon, Obsessed. Pragmatism is like a neutral brown shadow. I think I forgot to swatch that one. I'm sorry. I just skipped the brown. I was like, why doesn't that look like I swatched it? Because I didn't. So that's that shade Pragmatism. And then we have Colorful Black, which is just a shimmery black. Outsider is that teal shade. It's swatched like a dream. And then we have the 4 shimmer shades on the bottom. They're all like duochromes. So we have Hallucination, Self, Glamour, and Charming. Oh my gosh, those are so stunning. I'm telling you, if you have a Black Friday wish list for Odens, because I know a lot of you are hoping the collaboration palettes go on sale, please add this to cart. This one and the Saga Freya eyeshadow palettes are also that stunning same formula as the collaboration palettes, but this Norns palette has some beautiful metallics in it, and I just know you guys are gonna love this palette. Holy smokes, look at these swatches. Okay, in case you didn't know, with that Norns collection, they also launched like 3 mini palettes, and then Odens sent me PR, and I got the Alva palettes in PR, and I haven't used these ones either. So these ones they sent me, these ones my husband bought for me. So I've used like one of these palettes. This is how much makeup I have that I haven't used. It's so embarrassing, but let me know if you guys want to see a swatch party. Maybe I can go ahead and swatch these 6 palettes, and I would love to do some eye looks with these too. It's just, you guys know me. I love collecting makeup, so I have a lot. Don't judge me. I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so this palette is gorgeous. I would buy it again. Okay, next is 2 palettes from another indie brand. This is from Shroud Cosmetics, and this palette launched a long time ago, and I never picked it up. And then they restocked the Beauty Bean It's Freaking Bats palette, so I jumped on it. I snagged this, and I snagged the Arcana palette, so I think I now have every Shroud eyeshadow palette. It used to be called Shroud Cosmetics, but yeah, now they're called Shroud, and I want to do an eye look with the It's Freaking Bats palette because you guys say it's an awesome palette, but I figure let me at least do a swatch party. Okay, so let's go ahead and swatch the Shroud palette. Oh my gosh. This color story is so good. She did such a good job. Okay, so the shades are Handbook, Spooky, Apparition, Adams, Sam, Trappa. Oh, I hope I didn't butcher that. Zero, Dairy, and Grim. Obviously, I watched Betty Jean's, you know, video when she announced this collaboration, but that was like a year ago. So I don't exactly remember all of the names and what inspired each one, but oh, this color story is like me in a freaking palette. So I need to add, right now I'm making the short list of palettes I have to put on my eyes, and so far I have 3 from this video, which I don't have enough eyes in the world for all the eyeshadow I have, but you know what? We're gonna have to make it work. Okay, let's go ahead and swatch the Arcana palette. This is the Arcana palette. It's a really pretty, really dark palette. This palette definitely was before its time in my opinion, because when it launched, I wasn't really into shadows like this, but now I'm like really into grungy eyeshadows, so I have a feeling this one's gonna be another like hit palette for me that I'm gonna be like, why haven't I worn this yet? Oh, look at these colors. They're so pigmented. Stop. Stop it. Oh my god, that green. Jewel tone greens just get me. Okay, so here are the swatches of the Arcana. So we have Sacred, we have Familiar, Shroud, Alchemy, Chalice, Entity, Nocturnal, Relic, Altar, Enchantress, Darkling, and Mystic is that blue shade. Holy smokesicles. This palette is stunning. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I can't. Okay team, that is everything for today's swatch party video. Let me know down in the comments, are there any of these palettes that you've seen that you would like to see a first impressions like I look with? I would love to hear from you guys. I know some of these palettes are pretty old and might not be as popular on YouTube. Some of these you might not even be able to find, but I am curious to see if there is anything you'd like to see a dedicated video on. And also let me know if you'd like to see a swatch party on these palettes, because I'm totally down to swatch them for you. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed swatch parties. I hope you're glad that they're back. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye guys!